Today I want to discuss the fact that the death penalty is not only morally wrong, it's biblically wrong as well. All through Scripture, God warns us and lets us know that vengeance is His and it's not for us to seek. Humans they have free will, but they're imperfect. They're subject to error and discrepancies. And because of that, they should not be responsible for the life of another human being and the fact of whether it should be taken or not. Because like I said, vengeance is not ours, it's God's. There's been several researches and studies done over the death penalty. The Innocence Project has had some 100 sentences overturned based on post-conviction evidence. Of a study, 70 cases that were reversed, 30% involved prosecutorial misconduct. 30 involved police misconduct, which led to wrongful convictions. 15 had false witness testimonies. 34% of police misconduct involved suppression of exculpatory evidence. 11% involved evidence fabrication. And 25% of these cases had knowing use of false testimony. Because of that, the death penalty should be abolished. It's subject to lies and deceit, and people's lives are at stake. An article that was written titled 10 Innocent People Who Were Tragically Executed by Sidney Aline on March the 14th of 2014 states two specific cases, one being Claude Jones, who was indicted in 1990 over the 1980 slaying of a liquor store owner. The evidence was based on a single hair. DNA was not available at the time. Jones was convicted, sentenced to death. Jones requested DNA testing nearing the end of his sentence, but was put to death before it could be done, raising doubts about his guilt. Joe Hill was convicted of shooting a grocer in 1914. Conviction was based on the grocer's son's testimony. He was executed by firing squad. William Alden was doing research on his novel, The Grand Budapest Hotel, and found a letter written by Hill's girlfriend, Hilda Erickson, explaining that her former fiancé, Otto Applequest, had shot the grocer. It's stories like this that let us know that we are infallible and that we should not have the power of someone's lives in our hands. The NCADP, the National Coalition to Abolish the Death Penalty, has currently put statistics on their website showing that in 1976 and before, Washington State, North Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa, Wisconsin, Illinois, New York, Maine, West Virginia, New Mexico, Alaska, and Hawaii had already abolished the death penalty. In other countries, Great Britain passed the Murder Abolition of the Death Penalty Act in 1965, and Northern Ireland followed not long after that in 1973, abolishing the death penalty. With all of these facts, and if we can't be certain, we shouldn't pass judgment on someone else. We have prisons in place where they can go until they are proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, and then it's up to God to handle their fate. It's not up to us. So I ask that you join me in this movement against the death penalty and abolish it in this nation. Too many innocent people are dying for the guilty ones to even add up. There's been 533 executions over the years, and there's been roughly 82 people let go after DNA excluded them from the crime that they were convicted of, even though they had already spent most of their life in prison as innocent people. Thank you for your time.